So, Mr. Spina, how do you feel on teacher absences?
Okay, so the state gives teachers a certain amount of days, sick days per year, and I think in Baltimore County, I think we get one personal day per year too. Okay, so sick days are just for like emergencies and stuff like that. I use mine for like when my baby's sick and stuff like that. So the deal is, the issue in this school and other schools have it is our students create an environment where substitutes don't want to be here. Okay, I mean, you guys have heard the stories. I mean, substitutes have had milk thrown at them. I mean, they just walk. I know the last time I was out, one of my periods just went into my personal stuff, grabbed one of my Angry Birds, just started throwing it around the room for like, just because they think that they can. Okay, now I came from a school, my previous school that I taught at for 7 years. I was absent for a week one time for my honeymoon, right? And I had a substitute in there every day, and I had lessons, and when I got back, my students had a 5-paragraph essay done for me. Okay? I also, I had a video every day. I recorded me with my plans and stuff like that. But the kids respected the subs. And we're in an environment like that where we have a percentage. It is definitely not everybody, okay? But a percentage of kids that make life hell in here for substitutes. So my overall feeling, I know I'm sort of going off here, but my overall feeling is teachers are allowed to take sick days, just like students have to take sick days every year. It is not their fault that there isn't an adult that wants to come in here, like we have to do teacher coverage and stuff like that. Now here's where the teachers can be responsible. Did the teacher have a good lesson plan prepared? Especially if you knew in advance, you know what I mean? Could you get a good lesson plan? I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be out tomorrow. My baby doesn't have a babysitter, okay? I have a lesson plan tomorrow about this dude from Russia, which is our new topic, who kills his family and stuff. I got everything ready. I'm gonna grade it and everything like that. If my students, if they put the effort in, they're gonna get rewarded for it. I'm prepared. If a teacher does not have a lesson plan or doesn't email their boss to get a lesson plan, that's on the teacher. And I do think that could be a problem. I have heard of times where teachers are just like, oh, I'm out, and they have no plans and stuff like that, or no seating charts and stuff. That's crap. That's not professional, in my opinion.
How do you feel about the 2 Spanish teachers quitting on us?
It's rough that it's Spanish because it's really hard to get Spanish teachers, okay? But it does not surprise me at all that anybody quits around here. I mean, you guys walk the hallways. You guys know what it's like to be out there. You guys have been in classrooms where there's been a disrespect or fighting, or you name it, okay? It doesn't surprise me at all, especially when you think that if I was working at, let's say I was working at if I was a librarian, right? Just something like that. How many fights happen in a library? How many people get cussed out at a library? How many people? Yeah, but that's right. The boys are holding up 0. There are jobs where you get treated appropriately. You know what I mean? Now teaching is a little weird because even if I was at a school that is more respected than Deer Park, you're always going to have some students who are not cool. You're always. But at this particular building, we have a high percentage of them. That's what makes it rough. I went to school for 6 years to get cussed out by an 11-year-old. If you were in my position, how would you feel, man?
So how do you feel about covering classes in the paycheck? How do you feel about that?
Okay, first of all, we don't get paid to cover classes at all. It's just part of the day, which sucks. Covering classes can be the worst thing ever, especially if you get a bad class. But my reputation is spreading here. So towards the end of the year, especially the 6th graders know who I am, the 8th graders know who I am. So for the most part, it's been cool. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's been times where I grab my computer, and if I knew I had a rough class, I would show a video, a wrestling video or something like that, because they were into it. And it was if they're not gonna do the work, at least I can keep them under control. You know, it's truly. This is sad, but it's babysitting. You know what I mean? I didn't go to school to be a babysitter. I went to school to make you guys smart. More intelligent. So.